Arlington, Texas. And we'll see the number 16 team in the land, the Texas Tech Red Raiders, taking on the 12th ranked team, the Houston Cougars. For EA Sports College Football, Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. Kirk, let's get right to the action. Team is out there, and here we go. A conference championship on the line right now. Fielded in the end zone. It's Hudson. Excellent work by the coverage team is brought down after just a short return. So the Texas Tech Red Raiders offense comes on the field first today. And it comes down to this. After a brutal regular season schedule, all these teams have poured into it. And now one final showdown, Kirk. And one of these teams walks off this field tonight as conference champions.
Well, if you talk to these coaches, and especially the players, Chris, you get the sense that this game means a lot. Opportunity to become conference champs. And also, you win this game, who knows how it can impact you that next step into the postseason. So let's see who the better team is and who's going to become the conference champ.
Thrown quickly, caught in the right flat. Moves the ball out across the 30, and it's good for a first down. Back-to-back chunk plays to begin the drive. The defense on their heels. Out of the shotgun, he'll hand it off. 5-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 5.
Hat on a hat up front. Good job opening up the holes. Anytime you can get positive yards on first down, that's a win.
Out of the shotgun, he hands it off. It's a short game, but look at that defense swarm to the football. Big moment of the opening drive. They face third down. To throw, it's Morton. The receiver makes the catch. They make the stop just short of the mark where it's getting 4th down and inches. The Red Raiders will line up as a punt it away. He's on to boot it away now. The coverage team makes the stop on this return. So the Houston Cougars offense out there for their first possession. Kirk, let's check the impact players in this game. Guys who have been leaders, guys who are being counted on to deliver today.
Well, these are the guys that both these teams rely on, as you said, to be able to make the plays. And more importantly, when it gets into that point in the game where you need to be able to have some leadership, these are the men that are going to have to step up and be able to provide that for each team.
Quick throw to the left. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Looking for a gap. It's Connors. The junior able to bring him down quickly.
In the era that we live in right now, everyone wants to spread the field around, try to create space, try to create one-on-one matchups, and the defense has countered over the years by trying to play out wide. But here's a great example. The defense has the ability to play wide, but still...
Here he goes. Oh, he hits out of bounds after a really nice gain there. This Houston offense is moving quickly down the field. First down, they're going to throw the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Connors. Defense drops him for a loss. Tougher second down on the way. The offense behind the 6, off schedule there after the first down play. Play action fake, looking to throw. On the run, he'll let it go. Oh, he makes the catch. They bring him down, but this offense now in scoring position. First down from the 30. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw. Deep shot toward the end zone. Oh, and it's batted down by the defense. Great play to deny a touchdown.
Yeah, I don't like that throw at all. Those windows are so tight down here. You just can't force the ball in there because it so easily can be picked off. He caught a break there.
Not much on that play, brought down short. Not going to be easy here. Backed up a long way to go for a 1st down. Looking to pass. It's Weigman. Throws to the tight end. Tight coverage, deflected and incomplete. Brings up 4th down. And the field goal unit coming on the field now. Trying to knock it through from 44 yards away. And that one straight down the middle. It breaks the scoreless tie here, makes it 3-0. Following the field goal, the kickoff team is out there now.
Snap, the hold, the kick, everything there perfect to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Fields it inside the 5-yard line. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. Offense out there for the first play of this drive from the 18. On 1st and 10, they'll look to throw it. Running back has it on a screen now. And the tackle is made. Not the big play they were looking for, but a pretty solid gain.
Good time here to drop this screen in for the offensive coordinator. And a nice job by the running back being able to pick up some positive yards here on this play.
Fakes the handoff here, looking to throw it. Delivers quickly to the left side.
Some players just have a real knack for timing their jump, and that defender is able to get a big pull on the ball and bat it away.
They're going to throw for it on 3rd and short. Fires it to the wideout, making people miss. Heads out of bounds after a solid gain. One massive play, and suddenly they're at the plus 45-yard line here. Handoff here from the shotgun. Breaking free at the 35. All the way to the end zone. They couldn't catch him. Touchdown, Red Raiders.
What a long run for a touchdown. Oh, if his defense was caught sleeping or walking in mud, I can't pick which one. Maybe it's both. For the big gain and a big-time score.
Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. They'll return it from inside the 5. And they stop him at the 23. That's solid coverage. And they'll start the drive here from the 23-yard line. Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He escapes the pocket. And he just throws it away.
Man, the defense took everything away from him. What do you expect him to do? He can't force the ball into traffic and potentially throw the interception. Does a good job of getting out of the pocket, away from the pressure, and just throw the ball away. See what happens on this next down.
Makes the grab. It's Connors. He runs out of bounds. That's a big gainer there.
A running back who can take a check down like that and turn it into a gain can be a quarterback's best friend. And it's an easy way to rack up those touches and get the ball to your playmaker in the open field.
2nd down after that previous play. To throw, it's Weigman. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. What a catch! And they bring him down, but not before he reaches a 38. 1st down from there. It's a 1st and 10 play coming up for the offense. On the run, it's Connors. And he goes nowhere. Stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
My gosh, this offensive line's got to do a better job of blocking. The defense was zeroed in on the ball carrier and absolutely nowhere to go for the offense.
Receiver makes the grab. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. Here comes play number 6 on this drive. 3rd down play here out of the shotgun. Caught quickly. They finally bring him down, but the offense set up now. 1st down from the 15.
That's a great play by this offense to keep the drive alive and a good find by the quarterback on 3rd down.
He's running out of time here. Makes the grab, a chance to score. Brought down, but the catch moves the ball all the way down to the 1. That's good timing there. Receiver makes the catch and then has some room to run.
Yeah, anytime you're going to run.
Refusing
this quarterback. It's a great touchdown, but he shows you his versatility. We know he can throw it, but here he shows you his speed and how he can make the defense pay for that as well.
And the PAT is good. So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Return starts from inside the 5. Coverage team flying down there. Good job in running the return. Not much there. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. DB's looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Caught over the middle. It's good. He's in the clear. Tackle made after a solid game. They spot the ball at the 34. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Handoff from the shotgun. And stop right there at the line of scrimmage, and that'll end the first quarter. Well, Kirk Houston has the lead here. Let's check out the stats now for the opening period. Plenty of time for some plot twists here as we begin the second quarter. Here we go, first play of the quarter. Offense setting up for a second down play. And the quarterback keeps it on the option. Running with purpose. Great cut there. He's brought down, but not before the gain to the 42-yard line.
It's a nice game by this offense. This quarterback has such a good feel for running the option. Whether it's handing it, keeping it himself, or pitching it, puts a lot of pressure on the discipline of this defense.
And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. And the Red Raiders bring their punt team onto the field. Looking to kick it away for the second time. And the returner brought down by the coverage team. Here's the first play of the drive now, set up at the 24. Using his legs, it's Connors. Going absolutely nowhere. That'll be a loss on the play. Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. Second down and 11. Looking to pass, it's Weigman. And he's going to take a shot down the left side. And it's hauled in. What a catch. He'll go down, but he does have first down yardage. The offense operating at peak efficiency. They come to the line again. Ball handed off. Slams right into a wall. They've got him for a loss.
Not only does the defense stack him up at the point of attack, but he was instantly pushed backwards. The defense was prepared to defend the RPO.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. Oh, he hits out of bounds after a really nice game there.
Here the defense was committed to stop the run. And in an RPO, that's a dangerous thing to do. The quarterback sensed that, just pulled the ball out, got it out to the right flat for some good yards.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Second down after that run on the previous play.
See, that's how you limit what an offense wants to do. This time, the defense just won the battle up front at the line of scrimmage, not giving up any big plays. Everybody's gap sound. It's really solid defense on that play.
It's a new set of downs, and it's first and goal for the offense.
This is what's so dangerous about this offense, Chris. They have the ability to put the ball in the air downfield and really stretch those safeties back. This time, they hit it for a big gain.
It's second down and goal now for this offense. On the ground, trying to punch it in for the score. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Houston.
Chris, I know the back's going to get a lot of attention for this touchdown, but I was focused on the offensive line. You had 5 guys working as one. Great communication, able to get up to that second level and open things up nicely to allow the back into the end zone.
And it's fielded. Returner trying to make something happen. Returner is brought down. It's the start of the next drive. Here's the first play of the drive now, backed up at the 15. goes in motion. Scanning the field, it's Morton. Hits the running back in the flat. And he's out of bounds after gaining decent yardage.
Well, it's one of the things I love about this running back. It's not just this defense trying to defend him running the football. As you can see here early in this game, trying to get him involved in the passing game. Great call.
Fires it on the move. Makes the grab with plenty of room to run. They bring him down, but he makes the 3-yard line. That's a solid gain.
Okay, here they go. Big first down, good pickup, and they are off and running.
Here comes a first down pass attempt. Short connection to the tight end here. Breaking free at the 35. You make the tackle, but not before he gets all the way to the 30.
Boy, nice job here by this offense, creating an opportunity for this receiver to excel after the catch. It's early in this game, so this defense better get their arms around this receiver because he could be a monster today.
The Red Raiders come to the line in the hurry-up. Fakes the handoff, looking to throw. Oh, down he goes. It's a sack.
Well, you got to do a better job with your fake as the quarterback. The defense did not bite at all on the play action, allowing them to continue to come after the quarterback and come up with that sack.
Now in third and very long, looking to throw. Running out of time in the pocket. There's no one to throw to there on third down. And now it's a fourth down coming up. So a field goal attempt coming up now. This will be about a 53-yard attempt. Let's see if he can get it there. Oh, and he knocks it right through.
Boy, this guy has such a strong leg. No problem. Up into the net from 50-plus.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. Bringing it out. It's Snead. And he's brought down at the 16. Would be better off leaving it in the end zone for a touchback. And for the first play of the drive, they'll set up at the 16. Back to pass. It's Weigman. Taking a deep shot here to the right. And it's hauled in. Catch made way downfield. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion. Offense will keep it on the ground here. He's swallowed up at the line. Could not get past that big defensive tackle. Second down after that run on the previous play. Here's the snap. Looking to throw here. On the move now. Gets rid of it on the move. Looking to right. This one caught. They're able to get him down.
And that is always the toughest thing for defense, when you cover the initial routes by the receivers, but then they start their second routes adjusting to the quarterback scramble, and they're able to get open. And when you have a quarterback who can run around and buy time, it makes it so much tougher on coverage.
The timeout is called to talk strategy. Close game here as we approach halftime. They need 5 yards here on fourth down to keep the drive alive. Quarterback making adjustments down to what the defense is showing. He's got it, and no for a first down. Touchdown, Houston. This offense really clicking.
This guy can do it all. We've seen him go behind coverage and make plays downfield. We can see him catch the ball underneath, just like this. And when he catches a football,
And the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll start the third quarter here on the ground. Picks up 3 yards, so 2nd and 7.
nice job here controlling the line of scrimmage by this offensive line. The back does what he needs to do to get positive yards on first down.
Play fake, looking to throw. Pass rush closing in. The offense makes the recovery and takes off. He'll be brought down. Nice play to make the recovery, but he stopped short of first down yardage. And the player is down injured after that last play. We'll take a timeout while they check him out. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Looking to throw it on 3rd and very long. Looking to scramble. He'll leave the ball deep down that right side.
Well, the defense better be aggressive here themselves. Clearly, we're seeing an approach by this offense that they're going to attack downfield. Probably saw something in the first half that they could take advantage of. They come out early and try to hit it for a big one.
And the returner is tackled by this. In the first play of the drive now from the 25. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Now, you see this with a lot of backs. There's a tendency to want to try to bounce it to the outside. Now, sometimes the play calls for it, but you know the coaches are telling them to follow the blockers and execute the plan.
Oh, what a grab. They bring him down, but a big chunk of yardage on the play.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The offense really clicking against this battle defense. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Tough running there, but not quite enough for a first down. Important 2nd down play coming up. That one falls incomplete. Looking for a flag. Doesn't get it. Brings up 3rd down.
Well, that was a lightning-fast incompletion. He got it, he threw it, and it fell to the ground.
After the 2nd down incompletion, we'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Grab made by the tight end. Worked out of bounds, but it's another big game. This air attack, no problem moving the ball up and down the field today.
Well, this quarterback is unflappable. Here they are working with the lead in the second half. Get to a 3rd down. You got to throw the football. This is where you trust the quarterback to make a good decision, an accurate throw. He does it. You convert. You keep working that clock.
Well, they don't block the defensive end, who shows some quickness, Kurt, getting around the edge that time.
Yeah, this guy's usually getting around the edge to put pressure on the quarterback, but he reminds everybody here that this guy's a complete package. Not only can he pressure the quarterback, but also he is very, very talented and shows you the physicality he has against the run as well.
Offense been in reverse here. Now a long way to go to convert this 3rd down. Intercepted, picked off by the defense. Not much. They're going to run it. He can go. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
Hey, you got to do what you got to do. You got to rely on that offensive line, the running game here to be able to secure a victory. Good call, and just keep working that clock.
Has the 1st down and more. That game moves the ball across midfield. First down coming up from the 46. Great start to the drive. Back-to-back explosive plays, and now another first down.
Well, nothing like getting positive yards here, playing with the lead late in the game, and then staying in bounds to boot. It's exactly what you want to see as an offensive coordinator.
Grinding away on the ground. Nothing doing in that play. The big D-tackle there for the stop.
That back just had nowhere to go. Got to give credit to the defense and their run fits on that play.
Crucial play for both offense and defense. We'll see what we get here on 3rd and 4. And he dumps it off to the tight end. He's brought down just short of the marker on that play. Good job by the defense to prevent the first down. Leading here late in the game, they'll keep the offense on the field, trying to keep possession and stretch the lead. It's complete. That's enough for a first down. Breaks into the clear. Now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. Houston getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And the ball is handed off out of the shotgun. And brought down at the line with that big defensive tackle. Defense calls their 3rd and final timeout at the half now. To the air, it's Weigman. Looking for the tight end, and it's caught. The tackle is made just a short gain after the completion. We reached the 2-minute timeout. The defense desperate to get the football back, trailing here late. Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Here's a quick throw off the play fake. Touchdown, Houston. Still no. Less than 2 minutes from a conference championship. Can they keep the football and secure the win? He hands it off from the gun. Got the first down and still motoring. They get him down, but that first down will be decisive and give us our new conference champs. What an amazing run these guys have had, and now they can call themselves champions of the Big 12 and become a piece of the history of that great conference. And now with the playoff spot locked up, we get to see what they can do against the 11 other best teams in the nation. And that is going to do it. We enjoy being here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.